Alright everyone, so this is not an actual PC build, but these are the parts I picked up to build my new next generation Windows machine. Later this year, Windows 10 is going to be released, but you can actually download and use a preview build of Windows 7, or I'm sorry, Windows 10, and that's what I plan on doing for now. So I decided to go ahead and get the parts together and build a new PC. Yep. So these are the parts. Now, first thing is the case. I was originally going to use the same case, but I decided to get a new case for a particular reason, and this particular case has a particular feature that will allow me to do this. So this is a Corsair case, even though that's just an illustration of the case. It's a very simple, plain looking box, or case, which I'm fine with that. I'm not a big fan of those tacky types of cases where it's like multicolor, all these plastic doors and crap like that. I don't like those types of cases. I just like clean looking boxes. But if you notice, look at the top of there. You got that big grill area that you can actually mount something to it. So that's why I got this case. I'll just slide this over. Oh, and if you're curious, on the other side of this box, it's got 3 drive bays on here. Though I'm going to have to buy an adapter to accommodate for the media card slot or reader, because I am going to be transferring that over, and I completely forgot to get one of those. But no big deal, I can always run back and grab it. So yeah, this is the case I got, and I guess that's just a filter, which is, if that's true, that's pretty nice. Looks like it comes with some fans. Oh, okay. Okay, and this one was completely unnecessary. It wasn't really necessary for me to get this, but I decided to go ahead and get it, mainly because the monitor I have currently is not a true 1080p monitor. It's the one I have currently is a Samsung 16 by 10, but it's not even 1080p. It's actually sub 1080p. So I figured, it's like, you know what? Let me just go ahead, buy a new monitor, and why not go with a 24-inch, a bigger monitor this time around. And it's a 1080p. And Dell has always made really good monitors. And if you're wondering about this particular model, it's S2440L. So it's a LED monitor, 1080p. Has a glossy finish, which, to be fair, I was wondering if I should go with this one, or they have a cheaper model that actually does cost only $10 cheaper than this, but that's the regular price of the other one, but it has a matte finish. So I wasn't really too sure, but I decided, you know what, for the price, let me go ahead and get this one. It has a glossy finish, and this monitor does look a little bit better. Looks a little more modern. So yeah, that's why I got it. Now I'm going AMD. Normally when I build my own PCs, I tend to go AMD just because they're cheaper, but for the price and performance, you actually get a good deal. So this is AMD FX Black Edition. The actual model number is FX8320E. It's a 8-core processor running at 3.2 gigahertz, but you can actually overclock it up to 4 gigs. So theoretically I could overclock this. I'm not too big on overclocking, to be honest with you, but I could if I want to. So yeah. This is the RAM I got. Nothing too special. It's just 8 gig kit, Corsair, ballistics. Now, if you guys think I should go 16 gigs, let me know. Because I only bought 8 gigs of RAM. If you want me to go 16 gigs, or if you think it's worth spending the extra money for 16 gigs of RAM, leave a comment down below. And if you guys try to convince me on that, then I'll go ahead and do that. Now, this is the motherboard I got. And the reason why I got this was for 2 reasons. One is, well, actually 3 reasons total. One, it has the ability to overclock. So as long as you have an unlocked FX processor like this one is, yeah, I can basically do wherever I want with the processor. Second reason why is this particular motherboard has no graphics chips on it. So if you're getting this particular motherboard, you have to have a graphics card. There's no onboard graphics, which is fine by me. Though you could get a an APU chip instead of a regular CPU. An APU, if you're not too familiar with those, is a processor and graphics card or a graphics chip on one chip. So for example, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, they use AMD's APU chips, which is a processor and graphics on the same chip. But for a PC, I still prefer using a traditional CPU chip. And this is the graphics card I got. Now, I wasn't planning on buying this, to be honest with you, but for the price. Now, even though you ignore this yellow sticker, even though it does say $127.96, which is still a good price for this kind of card. This is a Sapphire R9270. So, and this has 2 gigs of GDDR5. This is the overclocked edition. Okay, who cares? But this is a really capable card for the price. And on top of that, this actually has a rebate, a mail-in rebate. So after I get the rebate back, this will actually only cost me about $100. So $100 for a essentially a current gen Radeon R9. That's actually not too bad. Let's see. So yeah, that's why I got that. Okay, let's move on. Now, this one is going to tie into why I got the actual computer case. And that has to do with this. This is a concealed liquid cooling system for the processor. So, why I got this? Well, 2 reasons. One is, you know what? Actually, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to try to list the reasons. The biggest reason why is because I never used any type of liquid cooling system before. And I've heard pretty good things about these concealed versions. You know, it's all concealed. You don't really have to do anything with it. At least that's from what I've read. And why not? So yeah, that's why I got it, to be honest with you. So that way, you know what? I'm not going to try to bullshit my way through this because I wanted to. That's really why. Because I wanted to do something different, and that's really why. And on top of that, if I do want to overclock this, the processor, I know this thing is going to handle that with no problem. It'll still keep the processor nice and cool, and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is the stuff I got here. Now, granted that, you know, I did pay a little more for some stuff. You know, the case, the liquid cooling, well, I'll say the monitor at least, wasn't really necessary. You know, I could have just used the heatsink that came with this processor, and I probably would have been fine, to be honest with you. And, you know, cut an additional, let's see, there's like 120. The case was about, I want to say about $50. Knock about an extra $300 off, and the actual bare bones upgrade that essentially I needed would have been about $400. But I decided to spend a couple $100 extra for some of this extra stuff here. And yeah, expect some videos of me building this soon. I'm obviously not going to do this today because I have to work today and pretty much all weekend. So I'm hoping by Monday at the earliest. Well, Sunday at the earliest, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do this on Sunday. I might wait until Monday and just dedicate a whole day just to build this. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing this. Yay! And we'll go from there. So, yeah. Anyway, these are the parts I've gotten. Now, I'm also going to use this opportunity to basically ask you guys, do you think I did a decent job at picking out the parts? Do you think I should go 16 gigs instead of just 8? Now, if enough of you convince me to go 16 gigs, I'll buy another set. Because this motherboard has 4 slots, so I theoretically could go 16 gigs. But, you know, for most cases, 8 gigs is plenty. But I do more production work, which is why I was wondering if I should go 16 gigs. So anyway, that's it. Like always, have a good one. Leave comments down below, like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I really appreciate it. So like always, have a good one. Okay.